July, US Coin's signature auction from Heritage was yet again another stellar event featuring some fantastic and very valuable pennies. Our first coin up to the podium is the often and much talked about 1943 steel penny. To be more precise though, it is the 1943 D over D steel cent, a great example of a repunched mint mark variety coin, a standout coin even in a year where there are quite a few good varieties to look for. On this coin, the initial placement of the D mint mark was towards the southwest of the final placement, with most of the details of the first punching still remaining visible on this coin. This coin was graded by PCGS as MS66, and when it passed under the auctioneer's gavel, it sold for $1,860. The first of no less than 3 memorial coins from the 1970s to appear on this list is this lavishly double-die Obverse variety coin from 1972, one of quite a large number of varieties known for the date, but also the boldest doubling for the date by quite a long stretch. And in fact, not only for the 1972 issues, but one of the boldest double-die coins for the series as a whole, with perhaps only 3 other coins that come to mind that display stronger doubling overall. The doubling is everywhere on the coin, but the date is obviously the most noticeable point of interest. The specimen seen here was graded by PCGS as MS67 red, which saw this coin close at auction for $2,520. The 1971 double-die Obverse Memorial Cent is a fantastic example of a coin that you can clearly point to for an example of Class 2 or distorted hub doubling. The best place to see the effect of this shift towards the rim of the coin is on the letters of In God We Trust, where you can clearly see the doubling towards the south of all of the letters, with a similar effect seen on the letters of Liberty as well. Only in this case, due to the fact that it is a Class 2 doubled coin, the shift on those letters appear towards the right. A fun and somewhat unusual diagnostic point for this variety coin is the fact that the obverse die was slightly misaligned, in this case towards the 10 or 11 o'clock point, to make the coin seem slightly off-center. Graded as PCGS MS66 red, this example was sold at auction for $2,880. Where proof variety coins are concerned for the Lincoln Cent series, a likely candidate for the best known of these would almost assuredly have to be the 1990 No S variety coin. The 1990 proof coins were by tradition minted at San Francisco Mint, as in fact they are still to this very day. As such, there should be an S mint mark placed just below the date. Only on these coins, what few of them are known to us today, the S mint mark was omitted and is missing from this proof coin altogether. The current example was graded by PCGS as proof 69 deep cameo and managed to raise $4,560 at auction. The best known of the 3 quite impressive double die varieties for the 1936 penny is seen here. The best doubling is evident on all Obverse legends, but the date acts as the calling card for this variety overall, with simply fantastic doubling on every single number from start to finish. But the thing that makes this coin such a standout is absolutely its grade. This variety is extremely rare in mint state grades, and at NGC there are only 3 coins graded finer, with a grade of MS65 red placing this coin in the upper echelon on terms of grade for this particular variety. The piece was sold at auction for $5,640. Yet another prominent die variety on offer was the 1970S large date double die Obverse Memorial Cent. Extremely attractive doubling on this coin can be found on both the letters of In God We Trust as well as Liberty, an overall very attractive coin with only a few sparse contact marks on the surface, keeping the grade just shy of the gem level for this issue. This NGC MS65 red example of a prominent modern variety coin was sold at auction for $6,900. The 1955 double-die Obverse Lincoln cent stands in a league all its own, sought after by both penny collectors and variety specialists alike. It is one of the most impressive examples of rotated hub doubling that the US Mint has to offer to any collector. Simply, every single element of the obverse is doubled to unmistakable effect, from the letters of "In God We Trust" to "Liberty" and the date of the coin as well, graded here in an old-school green PCGS label as MS64 brown with CAC approval for a closing price at auction of $7,200. At a mintage of more than 32 million coins, the 1917 wheat cent is hardly what one might call a low mintage or key issue. However, where the current coin exemplifies itself is the incredible state of preservation. In fact, there is only a single other coin with a full red mint luster noted as a mere half grade point finer in the population report, making this the very definition of a conditional rarity. Graded by PCGS as MS65 plus red, it sold on its turn at the auction event for a stellar $16,800. Now, when it comes to variety coins, especially where the Lincoln Cent series is concerned, there are perhaps only a small handful of coins that can manage to outshine the 1969's double-die Obverse penny. While the doubling is not nearly as bold as, say, the 1955 coin that we looked at a little earlier, the 1969S is by far the scarcer of the two, with a total of 96 grading events in the population report, and no doubt a good number of those are crossover events. Its popularity quickly becomes very easy to understand. The current example, graded by PCGS as AU55, was sold at auction for the sum of $17,400. The 1909 SVDB cent lays claim to the title of the one coin in the entire series with a single lowest mintage figure overall, with only 484,000 coins minted before the VDB initials, short for Victor D. Brenner, who actually designed the coins, on the reverse was removed due to objections raised after the coin was already released. This pristine example, the only coin of its grade level to receive a CAC endorsement as well, graded by PCGS as MS66 plus red, and at its auction appearance raised $27,600. The most legendary of all Lincoln Cent pennies, without any doubt, has to be the 1943 copper cent. This wrong planchet error has managed to capture the imagination of collectors and the general public at large in a way that very few coins have been able to do. Accidentally struck on an older bronze planchet during a year when all pennies were meant to be produced on zinc-coated steel planchets in order to aid the war effort, where copper was desperately needed to manufacture munitions and related products. This coin has up to this point been unknown to collectors and is a new addition to the registry, bringing the known number of 1943 pennies from the Philadelphia Mint specifically up to about 24. Graded by PCGS as AU50, the coin was sold at auction for a price worthy of the most renowned wrong planchet era coin of all time, $336,000. Subscribe to WNN and remember to activate notifications with the bell icon so you'll know when new videos are released. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, stay safe, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.